Difficulty is the price paid for greatness. In the blood-red glow of sunset, the sky ablaze with burning orange, the rugged mountains stand tall, defying time. The wind howls through rocky crevices, carrying a piercing cold, as if testing the resolve of the solitary traveler on the jagged path. Each heavy step treads upon parched earth, fine dust rising, swirling around worn, tattered boots. Sweat rolls down the forehead, mingling with dust, forming streaks like a map of perseverance. In the distance, the misty peak beckons, promising radiant glory, but the path to it is fraught with thorns, sharp rocks, and abysses. Difficulty is the price paid for greatness, the traveler whispers, voice hoarse but resolute, eyes alight with a fire of determination, as if the world awaits their moment of triumph. Opportunity always lies hidden within the trials of adversity. Beneath a leaden sky, heavy clouds churn like raging waves, shrouding the faint light of dawn. A light rain falls, icy cold, soaking the lean shoulders of the traveler, trudging along a muddy, slippery path. Each step is a battle against clinging mud, each gust of cold wind a whispered challenge in their ear. Around them, thorny trees stretch sharp branches, as if to block the way, but through the dense foliage, a lone ray of sunlight pierces, illuminating a small, resilient wildflower growing defiantly on a rock. Opportunity always lies hidden within the trials of adversity. The traveler tells themselves, eyes flashing with a spark of hope. Their rugged hand grips the staff tightly, and they press on, for in the darkness of hardship, the light of glory quietly awaits. Trials will pass, but strength endures forever. On a desolate plain, the wind roars like the howl of a wild beast, carrying fine dust and sand, lashing the traveler's face. The heavy gray sky presses down on their frail shoulders, where a worn backpack bears the weight of memories and resolve. Sharp rocks lie scattered along the path, as if testing each trembling step. Beneath tattered boots, the ground trembles with the approach of a storm, lightning flashing, tearing through the night. Trials will pass, but strength endures forever, the traveler whispers, voice low but steadfast, like a flame unquenched in the storm. They lift their head, eyes gleaming with resolve, stepping over stones, leaving deep footprints in the earth, proof that no matter how fierce the tempest, an unyielding spirit endures. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Under the silvery moonlight, the city lies in silence, only the wind whistling through narrow alleys, carrying the cold breath of night. The traveler stands still on an old bridge, gazing at the river shimmering with silver light, where gentle ripples tell stories of time's passage. Around them, towering buildings rise proudly, but beneath their feet, weathered cobblestones bear the weight of countless steps. Their hands grip the icy railing, breath forming faint wisps of white in the air. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. They whisper, voice firm as granite, eyes sparking with self-determination. Each step away from the bridge is a declaration that fate is not bestowed by destiny, but shaped by their resolute choices. Challenges in life are inevitable, but whether you fail is a choice. Beneath the canopy of an ancient forest, sunlight filters through leaves, casting flickering patterns of light and shadow on the rugged dirt path. The traveler walks on, barefoot and caked in mud, each step heavy, as if carrying the weight of unfulfilled dreams. A cold wind blows, carrying the rustle of leaves and the damp scent of earth after rain. Ahead, A rushing stream blocks the path, its white foam roaring as if daring anyone to cross. Challenges in life are inevitable, but whether you fail is a choice, the traveler tells themselves, voice resonant, eyes blazing with resolve. They shed their tattered shirt, tying it around their waist, then step into the icy current, each stride steady, as if waging war against fate itself. Though the torrent rages, their will is an unquenchable flame, guiding them through every obstacle. The greater the obstacle, the greater the glory in overcoming it. Atop a barren hill, the wind howls in gusts, carrying dust and dry leaves, as if trying to topple the traveler climbing slowly upward. The gray sky, thick with dark clouds, obscures the light, leaving only faint rays to illuminate the jagged, rocky path. Each step is a struggle, sweat mixing with dust, streaking across a weathered face. Ahead, the misty peak looms, proud and distant, as if challenging every ounce of will. The greater the obstacle, the greater the glory in overcoming it, the traveler whispers, voice hoarse but resolute, hands gripping stone, pulling themselves upward inch by inch. Their eyes burn bright, like a torch lighting the way through darkness. Each step a testament that glory comes not from easy paths, but from challenges dared and conquered. What lies behind us and what lies before us are nothing compared to what lies within us. In the fading light of dawn, the sun rises, casting golden rays across an endless field of grass, where each breeze makes the blades ripple like waves. The traveler sits quietly on a large rock, eyes fixed on the distant horizon, where white clouds drift lazily. Around them, birds chirp and a stream babbles, but within, a vast ocean swirls with dreams, fears, and resolve intertwined. Their hand brushes an old canvas bag, holding simple keepsakes that carry the weight of a journey. What lies behind us and what lies before us are nothing compared to what lies within us, they whisper, voice warm as the morning breeze. Standing, they walk on, not for the destination, but for the unquenchable fire in their soul, guiding them through every journey, no matter how dim the past or future. Strength does not come from the body. It comes from your will. Under a torrential rain, water pours down, turning the dirt path into a muddy river. Yet the traveler presses on, their frail frame trembling in the bone-chilling cold. A tattered coat clings to their skin, heavy with water, but their eyes blaze like a torch in the night. Around them, trees bend in the storm, branches snapping, as if the world tests their very existence. Each step defies the heavens, hands clenched, nails digging into palms, yet not a single complaint escapes. Strength does not come from the body, it comes from your will, they whisper, voice unwavering, drowning out the storm's roar. In their chest, a heart pounds, not from muscle, but from an unyielding fire of will, burning fiercely, leading them through tempests toward an unseen light at the path's end. A gem cannot shine without friction. A person cannot be perfected without trials. Under the dim moonlight, veiled by thin clouds, a gem polisher sits quietly at a stone table, holding a rough gem that glints faintly. Around them, crickets chirp, blending with the night wind whistling through mountain crevices, carrying a sharp chill. The polisher's calloused hands grind the stone, each stroke sparking a fleeting gleam, as if the gem is awakening. Under patient hands, scratches on the gem fade, giving way to a deep, radiant glow. A gem cannot shine without friction. A person cannot be perfected without trials, the polisher whispers, voice low as if echoing from the heart. Their eyes shine, reflecting not just the gem, but the light of perseverance, honed through months of facing hardship, crafting themselves into their most radiant form, like the gem gleaming in their hands. Difficulties are the terrifying things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. In the twilight glow, as the sun sinks below the horizon, painting the sky a deep crimson, the traveler stands still on a precarious cliff. Below, a black abyss yawns, the wind whistling through rocky gaps, carrying the eerie howl of the wilderness. Around them, dry thorn bushes sway, whispering of lurking dangers. Their trembling hands grip a frail branch, eyes flickering, occasionally glancing at the deep darkness below. Difficulties are the terrifying things you see when you take your eyes off your goal, they tell themselves, voice hoarse but resolute, then lift their gaze, locking onto the misty peak in the distance. As if renewed with strength, they take a deep breath and step forward. Each stride a vow that by keeping the goal in sight, every fear will dissolve like mist before the light. I am not smart. I just spend more time studying the problem. In a dimly lit room, the faint glow of an oil lamp flickers, illuminating handwritten pages scattered across an old wooden table. A scholar sits there, hair disheveled, eyes weary, but burning with passion. Around them, thick books pile haphazardly, silent companions to countless sleepless nights. The steady ticking of a clock blends with the scratch of a quill on paper, composing a symphony of persistence. Outside the window, a light rain falls, the wind whistling through cracks. But in that room, time seems to stand still. I am not smart. I just spend more time studying the problem, the scholar whispers, a faint smile crossing their lips as a new idea sparks like a star in the night sky. Each stroke of the pen, each page turned, is proof that intelligence is not a gift, but a flame nurtured by relentless passion and perseverance. Difficulties in life are meant to make us better, not bitter. Beneath a vast forest canopy, where sunlight weaves through leaves, casting shimmering patches on the damp earth, the traveler walks, boots caked in mud. The rain has just ceased, the air heavy with the scent of wild grass and earth. Ahead, a steep slope rises, strewn with jagged stones, as if to halt all progress. Their shoulders bear a tattered backpack, sweat rolling down their brow, yet their eyes shine without a trace of complaint. Difficulties in life are meant to make us better, not bitter, they whisper, voice low but vibrant, like the breeze through the forest. Each step up the slope is a carving, shaping their soul, turning scars into strength, like an ancient tree growing taller, more resilient after every storm. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you tell yourself that I can't do it. In the fading twilight, as the sky shifts from golden orange to deep purple, the traveler stands still on an endless field of dry grass. The wind sweeps through, whispering like the earth's voice, swirling dry blades around their weary feet. In the distance, a high hill looms faintly in the mist, both near and challenging. Their hands grip the backpack straps, eyes lost in the void, where doubts creep like shadows. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you tell yourself that I can't do it, they tell themselves, voice steady as stone, dispelling the fog of doubt. As if awakened, they step forward, each stride a battle against themselves, breaking the chains of fear, heading straight for the hill where the light of glory awaits. Smile in the face of adversity and let go without looking down. Under a leaden sky, where icy winds howl through mountain gaps, the traveler stands precariously on a rope bridge, spanning a deep chasm. Below, the void yawns, mist swirling like specters, waiting for a moment of weakness. The bridge sways, creaking, blending with the pounding of their heart. A light rain falls, soaking their tangled hair and tattered coat, yet a faint, resilient smile curves their lips. Smile in the face of adversity, and let go without looking down, they whisper, voice echoing in the wild expanse. Their hands grip the ropes tightly, stepping forward, eyes fixed ahead where the faint light of dawn emerges. Each step defies fear, a dance of freedom on the edge of fate, carrying the belief that by not looking back or down, every adversity is but a passing breeze. Difficulties forge the strong. Under the scorching midday sun, blazing like a furnace, the golden desert stretches endlessly. The traveler walks on, barefoot, leaving deep prints in the burning sand. Each step a test of endurance. Dry winds whip across, carrying sand that stings their haggard face, yet their eyes shine like an unquenchable flame. Around them, no trees offer shade, only endless dunes like frozen waves, challenging the traveler's resolve. Difficulties forge the strong, they whisper, voice hoarse but resolute, hand gripping a worn wooden staff. Each step forward is a chisel stroke, sharpening their soul into a blade ready to cut through any obstacle, leaving steadfast footprints as proof that in hardship, humanity finds its indomitable strength. Success is not about what you have. It's about who you choose to be. In the deep purple of dusk, as the sun sinks behind distant hills, the traveler stands by a tranquil lake, its mirror-like surface reflecting the vibrant sky. A gentle breeze ripples the reeds, carrying the sweet scent of wild grass. They stand empty-handed, their worn coat flapping in the wind, but their eyes glow with fierce belief. Around them, the world seems to pause, only the steady beat of their heart affirming their presence. Success is not about what you have, it's about who you choose to be, they whisper, voice low but resonant, as if speaking to the universe. Their steps move forward lightly, needing no gold or fame, for within their soul they found an unshakable self, brighter than any treasure, guiding them through every journey. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Under a starlit sky, where countless stars gleam like jewels on a vast black canvas, the traveler sits by a crackling fire, its golden light dancing on their weathered face. Around them, the deep forest is silent, save for the wind-rustling leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. They clutch their worn backpack, holding unfulfilled dreams, eyes tinged with sorrow, but blazing with resolve. The firelight reveals wrinkles on their hands, marks of time and choices past. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life, they whisper, voice low but certain, as if speaking to their own soul. Standing, they douse the fire and step into the darkness toward a path of their own, unmarked by others' footprints, guided by their heartbeat and the burning fire within. Opportunities don't come naturally. You create them for yourself. In the misty dawn, as the sun rises, gilding the dew-soaked grass, the traveler stands still on a pristine field. The morning breeze, icy, tousles their tangled hair and thin coat. Ahead, a rugged dirt path stretches, vanishing into distant mountains where white clouds drift like promises of the unknown. Their hand grips a small notebook filled with hastily scribbled lines, a map of ideas and dreams. Opportunities don't come naturally. You create them for yourself, they whisper, voice ringing like a vow, eyes blazing with resolve. Each step on the dusty path is a hammer strike against fate, shattering invisible limits, forging a door to new horizons where they write their own story. Everything always seems impossible until it's done. Under a heavy gray sky, where thick clouds swirl as if to smother all hope, the traveler stands before a wide river, its rushing waters roaring as if daring any to cross. The riverbanks are distant, veiled in mist, like the divide between dreams and reality. Cold winds lash their face, carrying damp mist that soaks their tattered coat. Their hand grips an old rope, eyes fixed on the raging waters, their heart briefly wavering with whispers of doubt. Everything always seems impossible until it's done, they tell themselves, voice low but sharp, like a blade cutting through darkness. The first step onto the rickety bridge makes the ropes tremble, but they do not stop. Each step is an affirmation, each heartbeat a hammer breaking limits, until the far bank comes into view, proving that the impossible is but an illusion, dispelled when will meets its mark. Success is not measured by the position you reach in life, but by the obstacles you've overcome. Under the blazing midday sun, casting short shadows on the cracked red earth, the traveler walks, barefoot, blood seeping from stone-cut feet. Sweat rolls down their weathered face, mixing with dust, forming streaks like a map of perseverance. Around them, the barren plain stretches, dry grass rustling in the scorching wind, whispering of trials past. In the distance, a low hill faintly appears, not grand but significant, marking the journey through countless hardships. Success is not measured by the position you reach in life, but by the obstacles you've overcome, they whisper, voice low but resonant, eyes glowing with pride. Each scar on their hands, each weary step is an invisible medal, proof that true glory lies in the resolute will to overcome obstacles others deem insurmountable. I love the light, for it shows me the way, but I will also embrace the darkness, for it lets me see the stars. Under the vast night sky, the faint glow of streetlights stretches along a quiet street, guiding me through familiar alleys where each cobblestone glints like fragments of memory. That gentle, warm light is like an invisible hand, leading me through life's twists and turns. But when I look up, where deep darkness reigns, stars twinkle, each a story, a dream quietly shining. The darkness is not fearsome, but a mystic velvet curtain, unveiling a radiant universe where tiny, steadfast lights remind me that even in the deepest gloom, there are always beacons to guide the way. The greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising each time you fall. In the fiery red of sunset, as the day's last rays bathe an endless field of dry grass, each of my steps feels heavy after stumbles on the rugged path. Dust clings to my worn boots, but those scratches tell tales of painful falls and the resolve to rise again. In the distance, a hill stands silently, witnessing the times I fell to my knees, hands trembling on the earth, then rose again, eyes fixed on the horizon. Glory is not a smooth, unscarred path, but a steadfast flame in the heart, burning brighter each time I overcome failure's shadow, striding proudly with wounds turned into badges of resilience. The only person you are destined to become is the person you choose to be. The only person you are meant to become is not written in the pages of fate, nor a vague shadow imposed by others. It is the form you carve from each decision, each choice between light and darkness, between halting or pressing forward. Like a patient sculptor chiseling a statue from rough stone, you are the one who shapes yourself with faith, will, and scars unseen. And in the end, the person you become is the one your heart has chosen, not crafted by the hands of destiny. In this world, you will face trials and tribulations, but take heart. In this vast world, no human step can avoid the dark alleys of trials or the dead ends of tribulations. The path of life is sometimes like a barren desert, where storms tear at the soul and darkness cloaks all hope. But lift your head high, for only in the fire of trials is steel forged into a blade. Only in tempests do wings learn to soar steadily. Take heart, for a resolute heart turns trials into stepping stones, tribulations into flames that light the way to dawn. Though I walk through the valley of shadows, I fear no danger. Though my steps wander into the shadowed valley where darkness thickens as if to swallow all light, I do not tremble, for in the chilling night my heart holds fast to a torch of faith. Each breath blends with an unseen strength that sustains. Danger may surround like crashing waves, but I know, deep within, a guiding hand leads, a protective force guards, letting me walk calmly through what seems most fearsome. Don't be held back by the fears in your mind. Instead, let the dreams in your heart guide you. Don't let the fears in your mind halt your steps like a thin mist obscuring the path. Listen to the dreams in your heart, for they bloom silently like petals, gentle yet strong enough to lead you forward. When you trust those dreams, even a winding path becomes gentler, and each step carries the light of faith and hope. It's not the burden that breaks you, it's how you carry it. It's not the burden that makes you collapse, but the way you choose to bear it on your shoulders. Some turn difficulties into stones blocking the path, stopping in exhaustion. Others see them as steps, climbing each one to glimpse a wider sky. When you learn to face challenges calmly, share love, and trust in inner strength, burdens cease to be chains and become baggage for growth. You may have to fight a battle many times to win it. Victory in life is not a gift falling from a clear sky, but like a pearl formed through layers of painful sand in an oyster's shell. Each failure is a crack, but through those cracks, light finds its way, illuminating the path ahead. Like a river tirelessly crashing against rocks, day after day, year after year, eventually carving a new path, so too must we endure trials, fall, and rise to sharpen our will. And so, victory comes, not just as the final outcome, but as a long journey where our soul is honed to shine brighter and stand firmer. Sometimes you won't know your own strength until you face your greatest weakness. Sometimes a person is like a seed sleeping in thick soil, unaware it can grow green until it meets the damp, hard darkness of the earth. Only when facing your greatest weakness do you dig deep within, finding hidden strength you never knew you had. Like a diamond shining only under immense pressure, or a flame blazing brighter in a storm, we only truly discover our resilience when we surpass our fears and limits. You don't need to be a genius, a visionary, or even a college graduate to succeed. You just need a framework and a dream. To reach success, you don't need to be a genius with superior intellect, a grand visionary, or hold a prestigious degree. Success sometimes begins with a simple framework to keep you on track and a small dream strong enough to light your heart. Like a seed needing only firm soil and sunlight to grow, it can still become a towering tree. So too with us. A dream nurtured by faith and persistence will sprout and lead you to your own vast sky. How slowly you go doesn't matter, as long as you don't stop. In life's journey, speed is not the measure of worth. Whether your steps are slow as dew falling on a leaf, or like a tree quietly growing through days of sun and wind, what matters most is moving forward. The path may be long, the destination far, but each steadfast step is a testament to resilience. For as long as you don't stop, the dawn of success will eventually greet you at the journey's end. Success is stumbling from one failure to another without losing passion. Success is not a path strewn with roses, but a journey marked by footprints after countless falls. Each failure is like a sudden rain, chilling and drenching, but unable to quench the fire burning in your heart. Those who hold fast to their passion are like a torch, blazing fiercer the more the storm tries to snuff it out. For true success lies not in never falling, but in rising each time with eyes alight with faith and a heart full of aspiration. When you do something you truly care about, you won't need to be pushed. Your dream will lead the way. When you find work tied to your passion, no external force is needed to drive you. Like a river, flowing tirelessly to the sea from its own desire, or a bird, soaring through vast skies for its yearning to touch the wind, you too will move forward naturally when your heart holds a dream to chase. Then, your dream becomes a guiding light, a warming flame, turning each step from toil to a journey of joy. Those who conquer the sea today will be ready to tame the ocean tomorrow. Those who conquer the sea today are not just those who've braved fierce waves, but those who've forged resilience and faith to stand firm before tomorrow's ocean. Each roaring wave today is a test, and when the boat isn't sunk, it grows stronger for the greater storms ahead. So too with us. Each trial makes us stronger, not just to rest in today's victory, but to reach for wider horizons in the future.